This FM 104.3. Good to meet Taki.
No. Quick one. Mami, touch it up on this alleged corruption. As the police, they've always led the league table of being the alleged most corrupt public institution in Ghana. And then the same group of people, and I'm more a soldier for or more other security institutions, and the difficulty is the interface with the public. And so bisa omoni nipa omoni yen edin sa honso e wo yakwan so and mpampi no e mu bi achichi yempen nana police ni gina wa na je say utumi negotiate e wo krum ha enti u bakrati ka mo me kai pa se madam for bi se ni ba police achi wo mo oni police ni nu yi na ni ba fa da man scan yen ko e akala kiti o si sa da no ni re ho pa ya say a police for adwuma wo mo ye wo man mo say nya police for a anka menyi ni so man be bia ba bedru ho it is anyama bi say ba. I'm happy they are responding to it, and whilst they are responding to it, look, statements they will be as many as you want, but the conduct of the men and women in uniform in recent times nyama ye hu no in fact say film kakra nti ye nhwe say ye bo mo abaso so mo ye adwuma pa no. The perception is it is not every police officer wajiska will be ho. It be a very, 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 very professional.
Sure.
And the na in service training ni ade recruitment processes ni nkrofo mo community ade no. Yenhwe ni ye na womonye professional to the extent say the public that are giving this information. Sa public no enya bibi nkoka omo. Na sa soldier for nam krom. Is soldier for mo ni barracks o. Bebre na high down war. Mante my etitie because your fast soldier for your form na say nyina no ukọ barracks omo ni bebeti enti omo nyina akọ high dan e wo baabi obi tumi bi say na wo police wo na de no ko di soldier police there ukọ kwan so ba obenya bibi kakra to photo soldier dey ko fa wo hen so these are things and the people we engage on daily basis obi kura wo ha police ni oti compound house bi wo baabi obi ti trotro mo na atifie obekọ na wagina car no team no na wajika crash no ho and the whole group of people in the bus know say a police for there sa na omotie so that's where the perception no eba but e bia na said the wuka no yankasa say Ghana for nankasa no the mindset is corrupt and they anhwe anye hu bibi na de bia make say NCCE is one state institution say ma ye ni ko ho na your resource wo mu na omotumi ye public education I think that omo budget is na omo so ma omo humni so na they should reach out to international organizations that ebeboa omo no mo ye public education ye anya sa ye betine mo sa na a police for the area every year Afro barometer beba no omo no mo top league no but to be honest with you if you engage them na professionals at police service no it's only the few nipa ewo echiri omo ye adwuma no omo do so say omo kokwan so but the few that goes to the road are the people that brings this bad image to omo enya omo nyina enti ye besre say a police for over the Winya road would do your friends opa before we do the Winya bridge a police for be gina ho Uko Central University be gina ho Uko enim kakra be 4 different group of people.
Cape Coast kwan so there near
Cape Coast is fantastic because enumere those days na kwan so nye akaye papa say Cape Coast kwan so but in Pempi no wo mo anopa daylight na swap driver for came near the idea ye besre wo mo I mean it's a noble profession but for the police service in this country bingi ni say baby o man ya ba bedu no ye ba bedu ho ye besre say the men and women in uniform ojina ho a no say impenimfo a omo service mu nyina no woni ye one way or the other no ebeka mu nyina and the reputation is at stake one here the police nkra na wie na onam ba bi obeka so we kra sa na obi a wanye bi no no wagu ne hofi ama ne ayedia eni kwa say eba nti ebesre wo mo then with what can be about oversight of parliament it's one thing Osha Parliament ankasa look at the number of MDAs ni MMDAs Ukruma And until say Auditor General be Nejuma na the report aba. Sometime and we are considering 3 years back report. And the Public Accounts Committee, they are considering that report. And we must all put our hands to the wheel and make sure say a juma or minor woman open ye comparing it to other jurisdictions. And yes, I know. Look, every jurisdiction, every human being is prone to corruption. Every human being. But the difference, what makes the difference is a punitive measure of corruption. Look, Japan, to me home prime minister, no assign home. To me home a buying moon penny for or no be he will take his own life. Because corruption is very, very expensive in other jurisdictions. But I had here, if somebody is indulging corruption, the next moment, Sabi, now o mind henya kukru in tuma, now afraid way, no afraid way, no afraid way, no afraid way, or nini nekwa sorry, or worry ni back to any sister. Now, these are things that is mitigating against the fight against corruption in our country. And we must all come to terms, say, the little that we organize and now we mobilize as a resource, no, and one year by acquire. Maybe I can say, look, say, yan generating resources, maimo, yebekwa ko bobosia. Now bobosia becoming too expensive. Look, your bosia ya bo ende close to about 30%. Adia exchange rate differentials and that tells you say we have a problem as a country. Now say the later that comes in now kwabrani. Now the say everybody when we talk of corruption will be pointing fingers at the politician. But the technocrats, the civil servant and the public servant will be here or 30 years. And then now will be no dumb say racial for some ministers say this is 5.5 years. Ubiatna Ministry has a chief director. We did 30 years.
Chief director 30 years.
Maybe that's how I'm chief director was 30. He rose through the ranks to become a chief director.
But
make sure say Obi are rising through the ranks. Why you join the public service for 30 years? As an Obabe chief director.
Okay.
What come ministry say we're gonna hang na. So they know. So the public servant and the public service. Look, if you have ever worked in a public service before, nobody can be corrupt without connivance of public servant and as it were. So we must really look into it carefully. Now you share the code of service, because at the end bar you go and surcharge the politician and leave the people there. In the Anipan in Namo or China transfer of ministry. Minister Biaba, we were chief director who has some born into me. No, didn't come back before work of Abbey. The Bawdin Basso, minister or class or problem with him. The same thing applies to the local government service. Coordinating directors. Anytime there's a change of government, they throw them around left, right, center. They throw them out. Could this transfer to assembly for? But the same thing is going to happen there. Well, these are the problems, sir. Oba public accounts. Obi who appointing a new 1 year. Dream Nikata share course over 3 years ago. No, Nipa no about trans in all year no. But the public servants who work in the ministries and departments are same we course no, because they are not the institutional heads. They don't come to the public accounts. But I think that it's getting to the time the schedule officers should also be summoned to come to the public accounts for them to have a feel of it. Samia Uku call NLA Senche. And so we're not 3 days on the TV, so defending act of at the public accounts committee. Samia Uku, not here. One more TV, no, I'm parliament and I was looking at him, none who mobile. But meanwhile, in penny for no more lotteries or no, or more that the director general comes and go. But your public accounts, you don't bring them.
Directors in Mahoko.
Maybe an schedule, this particular schedule officer.
Okay.
You are answering questions. Is your region B?
But you see,
management letters come to you as the chief executive officer. So these are things that make me feel say your audit system no.
Honorable,
right.
Say. Obo Samia Okudin BBC NLA 3 years ago na oni ho ne your friends omeya no obeka dey
no lead team no obeka yes governance is continuous even how our call retirement or tifie
and the friend nipa na ne mre so ade ni see ya ne man
these are things kutia because idea every year on year yet me we report in ya diba then ye mpensem ye ni backlogs we wouldn't be having such problems. In the police for there media the mechanic say sebi weaken the morale of men and women in uniform by caused by few men and women in uniform. The same. O call kwanso says yeah. Bisa driver ni trotro driver ni amonam kwanso ha. Bebre beka just the police for your corrupt because of mujiji 11 cd. Mikai former IGP Peter Namfori. Those days kaswa kwanso or this guys in kuta taxi. Eko chia police wa moji bribe no so omo nyine yi wo modi. It did not better. Just a woman ampuso womo. Ampuso womo. Na IGP abehwe said the near brace crowd. Now call police
that our chinkophobia was Pinterest road.
Obechi womo sa o china just say ampuso womo. Na here na me obi kura say dia bo omudua. But me nyesho say dia bo omudua. Me sre womo. They are fine gentlemen in the service. Fine gentlemen in the service. Yes, sre womo. Yes, sir. Look, me, maybe I can say, like other jurisdictions, sport fine, technology. Wow, yeah, we now to me raise it. They should give them back part of the monies. Ebasa, ebe motivate you, especially them TTD form kwazuna the idea. Road traffic. One of the challenges almost say, which in the panel now did not court. We didn't panel be court no. Who the idea now go see. Into motivation ben the womb. So oh yeah, the police administration not okay. At the end of the year, they say customs. Revenue amobe GGB no. Ema movie. Akamiji decided to go a long way to reduce this incident of alleged corruption and ecoso. I mean, it's an open secret. You can negotiate with the police on our street, which is a very bad way.
I'm saying, Yamaya Nyako police from Kwanso. You see, that's where my problem.
No, we are looking at the Afro barometer. Putting the police as the most corrupt institution. But then the corruption, they all call sorry, I say corruption.
Second, almost Jubilee House.
What's it? Second. What's it? Why then?
Also, one a second.
Institution ben a second.
Institution ben a second. Say report the only man they discuss here. And I know you say. And here the only man. The other one
we are not being fair to the police.
No, you see,
I agree.
Obviously, Jubilee House.
Also, corruption saga. Ghana police react to report.
It was just an Afro barometer report. One kind.
What's it? Now me buy it. Also, you discussing Afro barometer report now. I can be discussing it now. Me buy what the police did about too many.
Mate.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.